Hey guys, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel where we review products like this and products like this. I got it. It's the Bloodlust palette. This palette obviously literally is not even on sale yet on JeffreeStarCosmetics.com. No, I did not receive PR from Jeffree Star or anything. I'm not that cool, but I did go to the Morphe store in here in Texas that is open at 10 a.m. Central Time, where I was able to pick this up before 12 p.m. Pacific time, which is when the Bloodlust palette goes on sale on the Jeffree Star Cosmetics website. So I was able to get it. I also picked up a couple other things as well. The gloss, one of the glosses from the collection. This is going to be in the shade Wizard's Gloss, so we're going to go over that. And I also picked up the new Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Mist. I'm going to go ahead and insert the footage of me getting the palette. So let me go ahead and do that, take a look, and we'll be right back. Morning guys, it's 9:14 a.m. We're about to head to the Morphe store to grab the Bloodlust palette. I again did the Twitter thing. Don't know why I insist on doing that, but it has me a little shook. There's always this thing in my head that where if I wake my ass up this early and I go stand in line for this eyeshadow palette or whatever the hell it is that's coming out, and if I don't get it, I'm gonna be hella pissed. We have two shots. We have the Morphe store when it opens in the mall, and we also have the long shot of actually being able to get it on the website when it goes on sale at noon Central Time today. So I don't know, we're gonna see what happens, but I am tired and cold, so let's go. Okay guys, we got here, it's about 9:26 or 7 right now. We're about to walk in there and see what the damage is, how long the line is.
I'm done with.
There's no line, there's a big mass of people here. No, there is a line, oh shit. I guess over here. Didn't want to get I got it. So it there was a little bit of a line. It wasn't as bad as Conspiracy, but it was there, and I was a little shook by it because when I was walking up, I didn't see any lines, so I thought we were good to go and in the clear. That wasn't the case, but we did get it, and they ended up having a lot of stock, so we got it. So, okay, let's go ahead and unbox her. Obviously, the package is in this little, what is this? How many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this? Hexagon? Octagon? No, octagon's 8. Hexagon? I don't know. It's in this little shape thing. Let's dive right in. We're gonna open her together. And then you guys know that on my channel, I do not unbox these beforehand. I don't play with them. I don't do any of that before we open it together. So we're gonna go ahead and open it together and see. I'm very excited. Ooh, oh my God. Wait. Oh my God. So when I was in the store, obviously they had one on display, but I did not touch it. I really didn't. I wanted to make this as like authentic of a thing for you guys as possible. So in the palette, we'll get to it in a second, but it's very luxe. But this thing, the palette, it comes with this little, he was saying, this little filter thing in the inside, a little bumper. Mine seems to be in great condition, but he did say that this is meant to be kind of a bumper so that your shadows don't get messed up or anything when shipping. So if you receive this and there's like some bumps or whatever in it, then that is because this little barrier is there to protect it to make sure nothing breaks in your palette. So I thought that was a very smart idea of Jeffree. And yeah, this box is a box I think I actually will keep. I always say that. I'm like, well, I don't keep all the packaging, but I might keep this one. No, I'm gonna keep this. So it's very, very luxe and fancy. So awesome. So let's put this back together and let's look at the palette because I'm like shook. Okay, this is the palette, and you guys, I'm like, my microphone's not plugged in. I'll be back in a second with better audio. Can you hear me now? Do I have better audio? Do I have better audio? Can you hear me? This, it's very like soft. I don't know if you can like hear me like feel like rubbing it. It's like very soft. It's like velvety and like, oh my god. The one thing I'm concerned about this is I think it might get kind of dirty. So that's gonna be something that I'll have to watch out for or whatever. Seems to be like a little thread. Let's see if you guys can see that if I hold it out. Can you see that little thread there? Yeah, so there's a little thread hanging out, but no big deal really. On the back it has all of your information about the palette right there, and then it has this really nice like little metal clasp there, and this little fancy metal clasp here. So, oh, and that's wrapped in plastic, I think, to keep it nice and shiny. Let's see. Or something. Well, it had that on it. Okay, so it's stuck. So let's open up the palette first, and then let's just dive into the shadows. So, wow. Okay, wow. Okay. So when you open it up, it has this the mirror, obviously, and then it has the protective covering on it, and then we have the palette, and this one comes with a little plastic overlay guy to protect the shadows. So let's take that off, and then there you see the palette. Okay, so this is really this is a very pretty palette. Wow, okay, so looking at it in person, I'm seeing differences in what I saw online when I was looking at it. So obviously that definitely happens. The way things read off on camera is sometimes a little different than the way that they are in person. But I love it. I love the imprints that are in the pans. Oh, let's see if I can get up nice and close for you so you can see. We have a little wand or something here. It looks like a little like heart doodad here. Yeah, this is like super cute. I am a little bit, this color story is not really the color story that I thought this palette was going to be when I saw it launched. I think that many people agree with me on that. But it is pretty in its own right. I just thought it was going to be a little bit more dark and, I don't know, like lustful. I mean, it's called Bloodlust, you know what I'm saying? It does have a very interesting color story that you can play with a lot. There is a lot of purple in here and pink in here, and no, not every shade has purple in it, because like, do you really want a palette that has nothing but purple? But like, everything complements purple really well, or has a purple shift, or would complement a purple eye look. I'm gonna go ahead and do some swatches. I'll go ahead and insert them for you so you can see it, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into the look. Okay, I'm literally the worst at swatches. My arm, I did not account for the way my arm curved, so I've got to move in this weird position for you guys to see it. But these are swatches of everything. One thing I did notice that I was a little shook by, that I don't think has ever really been done by JSC before, is that there is no shade in here named after the palette. If you are a true JSC fan, then you know that there's always a shade in the palette named after the palette, and there isn't in this one, I don't believe. Let me just do a double check so that I'm not like, don't come for me in the comments. Yeah, no, there is no shade named after the palette, so I'm a little shook by that. I'm curious to see if Jeffree says anything about that, or if he has said anything, I don't know. So right off the bat, the colors that are kind of popping out to me after the swatches are definitely like this one right here, Betrayal, was so pretty. People keep talking about Wet Jewel, and that's this like little pink glitter one right here, but I'm more into Pink Magic, to BH. The cats are, I don't know why they choose to do this when I'm filming. I thought Bleeding Heart swatched amazingly, and Executioner also was like, oh my god, like I'm shook. So there is only one traditional like neutral colored transition shade in here, and that's going to be this one, Monarchy. That being said, I don't know if I'll even use that in the look, because I can see something I can create with that, but I'm kind of more interested in doing something very like purple because of bloodlust, you know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna do something very, very purple in color and just like fun and vibrant. I never know what the fuck I'm gonna do with these things until they actually, so I start putting shit on my face. I think with this look, I'm gonna start off by stamping a color onto my lid. Bitch, let's just fucking go for it. Let's just go in. We're gonna take High King right here. We're just gonna go right in. We're gonna take High King and we're just gonna start framing the eye a little bit. So let's take that. A little dabble do ya. Tap off the excess. And I'm just gonna kind of start shaping the eye. Now, purple shadows are notoriously difficult to blend, so I really am going to be kind of criticizing this palette a little harshly, because, you know, if Jeffree Star Cosmetics comes out with a purple palette, then I would expect for him to knock the purples out of the water. Mr. Kitty, hello baby. Is there something I can do for you, baby? No, you just like talking cats? Like talking to mommy, baby. Meow. We're cats. Meow. So just a little bit of a frame there for the eye look, just to kind of like set everything in motion. And I don't know, I guess let's go in with Vivid Mood now too, just to see if we can, I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. Kitty? Are you okay, Mouse? Literally, why do the cats always throw up when I'm filming? Sick. Oh my god, it's fucking gross. Do you guys have cats? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so this is kind of doing what I wanted to do. This is kind of making, High King was a little too like, it read out like almost pinkish purple. This one's coming across like a true purple on the lid, which is what I was really kind of going for. And honestly, for a purple, I'm impressed with how it's blending, with how it's performing. It's not fading into nothing. It's standing its ground. It's not patchy at all. It's working pretty well. But I am also going a little bit lighter and building up, as opposed to what I would do with like a shadow that's, or a color that's maybe a little bit more easy to formulate, because I don't want to ruin the eye look. I am going to be critical, you know, but I don't want to ruin the eye look by just doing something I know is not going to work. We're going to deepen up the look a little bit. We're going to go in with a tiny little brush, and we're going to go in with the shade Blood Queen. And we're going to take that in the inner corner here, deepen that up for the frame, and also the outer corner to deepen that up. And then once we get the pigment in there, we're just going to kind of lightly diffuse upward. Wow. Okay, this is effortless, honestly. For purples, I'm super impressed. This is like virtually effortless to blend and to work with, so I'm not mad at it. We're gonna work on the center of this look right now. So we're gonna take the Crown. It's that kind of lilac-y metallic shade, this one right here. Oh, look at that. And I'm just gonna press that onto the lid. Oh, wow. It's very pretty. Wow. Oh my god. I'm a little shook. So I'm gonna take the brush I was using earlier and just kind of diffuse that in together, blend it out. How, you know what is shocking? When an eye look is just so easy to create, it's just like, wow. We're gonna take a little bit of that Pink Magic pressed glitter shade, this one, and I'm just gonna press it on top of this just to see how it looks. Oh wow, okay, yeah, that's very pretty. So even though I was using my finger with that one, I did get a little bit of fallout. I don't know if you guys can see. Right there. There is a little bit of fallout right there. I'm just going to brush it off. I have powder under my eyes already, so hopefully it won't do anything weird. Yep, problem solved. No big deal. For the sake of the video and just like a smoking out the eye look, because I want to use this shade, I am going to use the, where's the brush? Okay. I am going to use the shade Executioner. That's the black shade with the purple reflect in it, just to see what happens. Now that's the lightest little dab there I'll do me. Tapping off excess with that too, and I'm just going to go in the outer corner here. I don't want to raccoon this up, but I do want to see if I can deepen a look with this without it, you know, going overboard or like the glitters in it becoming a problem or whatever. So literally just like the tiniest little dab will do me. And then I'm just gonna work, I'm gonna blend right in the center of the inner corner. And then right on the outer corner. And then just slightly diffuse up. To round everything. Oh, look, a little patchy right there. Okay, let's just see if I... I'm using the lightest hand for this. The lightest. Okay, that's really, really pretty. Okay, we're gonna take a big fluffy brush and we're just gonna diffuse out the top there just to make sure. It's already pretty blended, but just wanna make sure. We're gonna use the shade Deviant for that. It's like the very pale purple shade. Just make sure everything looks nice and blended over there. And now let's do some under eye. So for the under eye, I'm gonna use this little Jaclyn Hill X Morphe brush. Is the JH52, and we're gonna tap into Vivid Mood again, which is that pale, like a pastel matte purple, and we're just gonna swipe that underneath the eye. Tap into a little bit of Blood Queen for the outer corner. And then I think that for a brow bone highlight and an inner corner highlight and all of that, I'm going to use the shade Beauty Sleep, which is like a metallic pale pink. So pop that. That is super pretty. Oh my god. The inner corner. Oh my god. So I'm pleasantly surprised because I don't know, I wasn't as excited about this color story as I wanted to be, quite honestly. Oh, okay, y'all, this is a purple eyeshadow look, and look how blended this looks, and look how gradient everything is. And y'all, like, I'm good at doing makeup, but like, a purple is a purple, and if it's not good, it's not gonna blend, and it's gonna be patchy. And there's plenty of purples that I've used on these lids before that I have been just like, okay, I don't even know what to do. I'm done. I suck at makeup. I'm over it. And it's because of the formula on them and how they are made. And these are not doing that. And I'm honestly so impressed that he was able to execute all of these different tones and shades and everything of this purple, of these purples, and have them just work together so cohesively and blend like a dream to create this honestly stunning eye look. This is probably one of my favorite eye looks I've created in a very long time. And that I do love purple, you guys, but I'm a little shook. And we're back. This is the final eye look. What do you guys think about it? I tried to do a wing liner and then very quickly reminded myself as to why I don't ever do wing eyeliners. It ended up looking a little scary, so I had to do some repair work, but thankfully these shadows worked so quickly and easily to do that. So I didn't end up looking like a raccoon-eyed freak. I did go ahead and pop some lashes on and a lip color as well. The lip color that I'm using is L'Oreal All Out Pout, this one right here. I don't really wear this one very often, but it's because I think it looks a little flat and that it needs a gloss on top of it, which brings us to our next product we're going to try. So that is the gloss, the Jeffree Star gloss in the shade Wizard's Glass. Now I saw this shade in the store and it just called out my name. This like nice like brown kind of a color with a purple shift to it, and it just looked like something that would be that I would wear, and so we got it. And I can't open the package. Okay. So this is it outside of the package right here. It obviously has this very nice chrome metallic little purple lid on it. As you know, all of the Jeffree Star launches have a different color lid on them depending on the launch that they are from. So this one obviously has the purple for the Bloodlust launch, and I'm just going to swatch this so you guys can see it. It's this lovely doe foot applicator here, and this, oh my god, do you see that? It's that nice purple reflect with the brown undertone. It called out to me, and I thought it would be lovely on its own or on top of a nice nude lip like this, so I had to buy it. So let's go ahead and try this out and see how it looks. Oh wow. Ooh, the smell. Oh my god. Oh my god, this gloss is so good. It's not sticky. It's nice and smooth. All those glitter, the glitter in it that you see, you don't feel that at all on your lips. It glides on, super easy to apply. Feels nice and hydrating. And it smells like vanilla pudding. This is gonna be a hit and a must in my collection. I'm gonna be using this all the time. Let's use this. So this is the mattifying setting mist. I obviously have the original continuous setting mist right here, like this one, but it can make my face a little too hydrated during the summer months, so I'm very excited to try this out. And we are in Houston and it's already like 80 degrees some days here, and then today it's like 40 degrees. I don't know, it's like very like off and on, so having a mattifying option year round here is not a bad idea. But yeah, let's go ahead and try it out and see how I like it. Let's do, smell, all that. So okay, here we go. Oh wow. Okay. That like really, really shot out. It doesn't smell like the other one. Let me just like, okay. Yeah, it doesn't smell like the other one. I think the other one smells better. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so, but people do say that this is a little bit too fragrant, so that's maybe why they changed it up for this one. I was hoping it would smell the same. It does have the same little continuous like action going on as the other one. It really, honestly, I'll have to let you know after I've worn it for a little bit how I feel about it. So I will let you know in my next video how I feel about the setting mist. Impressions on the Bloodlust palette. It is a hit for sure, as if we would have thought anything otherwise. It is super, super luxe and velvety on the outside. People were like, well, you can't travel with this, Shelbye, because it's a weird shape and blah, 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 blah. Really? Are you going to travel with this anyway? Like, you have your palettes that are easy and cool to travel with. You don't need to travel with this. When I go on vacation, I used to be that person. Me and my friends, we would literally talk to each other, what palettes are you bringing? What palettes are you bringing? And we would get to the hotel we were staying at, and we'd just like be unpacking, and then we'd literally have like 7 or 8 eyeshadow palettes. And you know what would happen? We would get ready for whatever we're doing, and we'd use the same fucking eyeshadow palette. We'd only use one the entire trip, or two the entire trip. So you don't need all that. You have your travel essentials, and you have your stuff that is like this. Now, sorry, I just, that's the way I feel. I don't know. Come for me in the comments below if you want. I mean, like, whatever. I think that this is definitely a great hit product for you to buy. If you're able to get your hands on it, I highly, highly suggest that you do. The color story is a little bit shocking, not what I expected it to be, but the formulas in here are killer. They knock it out of the park. You can create a stunning, beautiful purple look with this. You can also create some deeper, like more lustful, dark, like kind of a looks with this as well. Maybe I'll do a look with one of those in an upcoming video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about that. Shades that stood out to me today that I played with the most, that really are kind of calling me and that are just performing really, really well so far. So Take the Crown is really, really a hit for me. Pink Magic is a hit for me. Vivid Mood is also a hit for me, and Executioner. Those are all really, really good shades. I will say that I thought Bleeding Heart swatched fantastically. It's a hit for me so far, and I'm really, really happy that I was able to come out and get this. If you like me reviewing all of these new products like these, and, you know, giving you the real girl's perspective on all that, make sure that you please subscribe to my channel down below and click the bell notification so you can be notified of all my future videos when they do come out. I do post 3 times a week for you guys. I am on Twitter at Beauty by Shelby, and I'm also on Instagram at Beauty by Shelby. So make sure that you do follow me on those platforms as well. I would love to hear from you on there. If you like it, leave a comment down below. I want to know what you think about the Bloodless palette. I want to know what you think of the color story, what you think of this eye look. Is it a flop? Is it a hit? I want to know all of that. If you don't like the video and you leave it a thumbs down, girl, tell me why you're leaving a thumbs down. Some of these videos I'm getting like a good amount of thumbs down. I'm like, okay, is it my opinions? Like, let me know your opinion then down below. I want to hear it. Just thank you so much for all your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.